How's everyone doing? I just wanted to do this quick video as a formal introduction to what this channel is about and basically what my workflow is about, how I use my computer in terms of development, and how I use special packages or plugins or softwares to increase the speed of my development. So the first thing I would like to start up is the introduction, and this is basically a channel where I will record videos from the sessions I will be hosting at NJIT for web development, and I want to post this video so not only the students who cannot attend it can access it, but anyone who is interested in learning web development can access it. So that being said, let me show you like some major softwares or technologies I use to increase the speed of my development. The first thing I want to talk about is something called Alfred, which is available for Mac to search and open applications, and I have it key binded to command space, which normally would open Spotlight. And just on a side note, the functionalities of Alfred not mostly are available in the new version of OS X, but I still prefer using Alfred because I'm used to it and I can configure how it looks. So just to show you what Alfred is about, I can type in command space and look up applications such as Pages, and it will search my computer for all the Pages application or documents which has Pages. So it's really quick to open like applications, and that makes me talk about the next application called Sublime Text. So this is the text editor of my choice because I've been using it for a very long time, and it's so flexible in terms of how I can add more plugins and functionalities to it. And if you've been following my videos, and if you see now, like I just added a new theme to Sublime Text, and that's the fun part about Sublime Text is like adding new themes and to customize it. So I added a theme called Pre-Dawn, and I will post all the links in the description I will talk about today. And what this link does is adds more UI components to Sublime Text. So like if you look at it now, everything is a little bit bigger and different color and compared to previous versions of Sublime Text they're using. So, and apart from that, let's talk about like things I use to increase the speed of my coding. So let's make this HTML. And the first plugin I want to talk about is Emmet. And Emmet is a plugin where you can write shorthand HTML tags and it will convert into full HTML. So for example, I can type in HTML head and body and it'll convert into that. And like it gets more complicated than just typing this way, but you can like generate list of data with say class 1, and I want to have item 1 in it, and I want 7 of those. And you can see how like I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like if you get used to it, you can type like a long HTML in very short time. And the second thing I want to talk about is the Sublime Text Package Manager, which helps you install the packages for Sublime Text. To install the Sublime Text Package Manager, you would go to Google Sublime Text Package. And on this website, it has instructions how you can install Sublime Text Package Control or the Package Manager. And I'll post this link in the description for your reference. But what this lets you do is you can install more plugins into it. So now if I go on this website, there's like a bunch of new plugins which I can install on my Sublime Text. So let me show you what plugins I use on my Sublime Text. And to do that, I can press Command Shift P. That will open the command palette, and I can type in list packages. And so these are the packages. I'm gonna talk about like some of them. So the advanced file, new file, is a package that lets you create new files in Sublime Text, but you can create them and put them in new folders even if the folder does not exist. So what I mean by that is if I do new file, and let me open a folder and to demonstrate it better. So let me go my terminal, make a new folder, and let me go into that folder and open that with Sublime Text. And let me close that, and no. So now if I see, this adds more the new file thing adds more functionality to it, like open and run, open with, copy, rename, like all this more functionalities to it. So like if I want to make a new file, let's say I want to make a CSS file in the CSS directory, I can easily type in CSS style.css. I'll make that folder for me. So that's very useful. Yeah, second package I want to talk about is bracket highlighter. So what this does is highlights the closing and the opening bracket, so it's easier to see what bracket is there. So once you get to like longer HTML codes, it's easier to see where you open your div and where you close your div. The color picker opens your system color picker, and that's useful for picking up colors for your CSS or HTML. It gives you hexadecimal color picker, so once you select your color, it puts that color in, and also has the ability to use a droplet. For example, like if you use Photoshop or Paint, it has like something called droplet, which you can pick color from somewhere else on your computer. So dot blocker is for writing comments or comments for documentations. It makes it easier syntax. The Emmet plugin is, I showed you before what it does, and this plugin adds more Git integration to Sublime Text. I can do Git commit, push, and all that from Sublime Text itself. This plugin, Git Gutter, shows you what changes are happening in your file if you're on a Git repository, and if you, let's say, add new lines to your file, on the side right here it will show you that what is being added and what is being subtracted. Then the Jade is one of the templating engine for HTML, and this just adds syntax highlighting for Jade and stuff like that. Pre-Dawn is the theme I installed. Sass is, again, it's a CSS precompiler, and this adds support for Sass in terms of code highlighting and syntax linting. And so SFTP module is for either you doing an FTP or SFTP transfer to a server, which either local or remote. It's really useful if you have, instead of like opening files a lot and like dragging and dropping the files, you can just connect it to Sublime Text, and then you can, so once you save the file, it will automatically push it to the server. This is just more like sidebar enhancement, which joins with the add new file system. And this is the linter. So what linting does, it will check your code for errors, and it will warn you against like optimization in terms of will it work on different browsers and other stuff like that. And this just adds different kind of linting. So this is CSS linting, JavaScript linting, JSON linting, PHP linting. Toggle quotes is for you. And so let's, for example, I have quotes like this, and I can change this code to this code with just a shortcut. So toggle quotes is good for that, and obviously you can define your shortcut by yourself. And I think that should be about it. I guess the last one is trailing spaces. So what it does, you can select in your code, you can select and delete all the trailing spaces. So this kind of helps decrease your file size and optimize and stuff like that. But normally you would have a pre-processed JavaScript task runner to do that. So you don't really need it. I downloaded it when I was like getting started with it, but now I don't really use it, and now I don't really use it anymore. So I think that's about it for my workflow. And if you have any questions, post it in the comments, and you can always email me with any questions. And thank you for watching.